Of course, the Switch 2 third-party games are selling very, very well. Yeah. So there are several games that are selling very, very well. Of course, we knew Madden was doing very, very well on the Switch 2. Hollow Knight did very well on the Switch 2. Star Wars Outlaws, despite flopping on all the platforms, seemed to have done pretty well on the Switch 2. And so again, Star Wars Outlaws was, a flop on the PS4 and no, not PS4, PS5 and Xbox Series X and PC. So it doing very well on the Switch 2 was actually a welcome change of pace. Hades 2 is doing very, very well as well, despite, the woke mob calling it a bad game, but not the woke mob, the so-called, the anti-woke mob, sorry, calling it a bad game. But Final Fantasy Tactics, again, another failed boycott by the anti-woke mob because it had type A and B. Like, these people were that's very ridiculous, I think, at this point. Like, nobody, like, most people don't care about this stuff. Only a small group of people care about this stuff. Okay, Hades 2 was very successful, Digimon was very successful, and they were crying woke censorship, and they were crying, oh, where's gender in the Digimon game? Okay, as well. And it's funny, with Digimon, they're literally backpedaling on that game, which I find pretty funny. They're literally backpedaling. But this makes it Square's first #1 on the Switch 2 as well here. And also Trails in the Sky first. Again, most people are not going to buy that game, but even that game is still selling very, very well as well. And Madden NFL 26 is still selling very, very well on the Switch 2 as well. Well, which means the game will probably sell 1 million copies on the Switch 2, which is very, very, big for third-party games because people thought that no one would buy third-party games on the Switch 2 as well, but Madden seems to be always in the top 10 as well, at least in the US. I know outside the US people don't buy Madden, but, but yeah, that's what this video here. Goodbye.